going to my thoughts. Levitating as my heart beats, pounds, bleeds, sinks deeper, please leave. Live in fear, fear to live. I'm feeling weird, make this clear. Disappear, dissipate, withdraw, perish, fade, recede, vacate. Watch me cave, I'm staying here. Don't hold, go away, get gone, never return. Don't reoccur, forevermore expressed with hyperventilation burning up. I've gone insane and bunkered down, laying alone in the bed I've made and haven't slept ever since. The turbulence behind the momentum of a boatload of shit keeps me awake, skimming across the surface at night under vacant skies. The truth that came to light too soon, the bleak shroud of mystery unveiled, the wholeness in me that can never be filled, the vanquished remains of my rivals that feel me no longer, the truly unconquerable, the enemy within that grows stronger, the mistakes you make daily, the desires you don't chase, the cravings you won't taste, the escape you yearn for, the sense of grounding that washes away. The tides are waving again, the thoughts inside my head are conflicted as always. Incense, fuming at the mouth, pouring ashes incinerated into blank space, through empty thoughts out into the other side of deep space. Lost 100 million lifetimes away in a place that you were never supposed to see. It's so dumbfoundingly beautiful, but was never meant for you or me. The sense of time confounds as you experience it all at once, overcome by a towering clock with no face value. It draws you closer with white lights coming into its vacuous gaze and sets you asunder, and you plunder into a treasure trove of amusement, excitement, and bewonder. Experience existence eternal as every piece of the puzzle overlaps over and over into the infinite until it unravels and flatlines into the backwater of reality, encased in a black cloud like a tunnel. I expand my consciousness above and around it, but can't escape this encasement. Taller and taller into it, just a single line on a plane, further and further until it's a lone dot I can barely make out, trapped in a box with the multiverse I've lost, until I realize that I've become the penitentiary that houses it in this tiny cell. Seeing things, hearing things, that unnerving feeling of realizing that you're not alone in it, that you share this infinity with another entity completely, and you thought you were all powerful, beyond the wildest imaginations, while it hovers even further, higher and even lower than you could ever in your wildest dreams go somehow above you, and you think you're so big and thinks you're seriously a joke. How could you not have seen this coming the whole time? You made this hole, buried yourself in while it's laughing hysterically at you think and literally believing this actually sets you free. You're a pawn in a game you didn't even know you were playing. It was all a ruse with you played as a fool. Oh, and it's true, and it relishes every single second of you realizing this, with that look on your face, that sheer horror and dread makes it all worth it to it in the end. You really believed it was your friend, it has no friends. It used you like a parasite and it's gotten everything it wants without you even knowing it. What a genius, and you're the idiot, thinking you're so smart and brilliant. Yes, show me how you were the one to make all these worlds, how you built this and how you're in control. Go on, I'm all ears like a cornfield. You're just one more single piece of grass in the wind blowing. Oh, how super special. Oh wow, keep going, how enlightening. What a dimwit. You know, the more you talk, the more I'm convinced that you don't know anything at all. Walked out to the ledge, fall off, or get cut in half. Make the walk, either way we're all on the edge of our seats. Wait and see how this lands. This ain't the first time I've stalled and death spiraled out of control. Got them all pumped up now, waiting in vain, tracking on that low jack. Hijack and take back a man. Got me misconstrued, stalked me intersecting through woven men and knotted fibers. I'm weaving my string of thought, follow through, don't get it twisted. Recoil around the spindle rod, reel it in, pull it all together. Return to the source from my center, pour it all together until I'm a ball of white light sparkling out of a man-shaped diamond. Condensed, crunch, math finish. The sum of all fears taken in a full account. Absorb the shards of each atomic molecule, opening up into a black hole with another universe. Become one with the whole of creation. As far as I can see it, and still be dwarfed by this immense deity of the abyss. Dark matter materialized into a shadow-esque being, revealing the techno-hallucinogenic, psychotronic backdrop to everything getting quirky. Protons and neutrons colliding with clusters of multiple realities, backfeeding reverberations, collapsing over and on into itself. The distorted first-hand view of how the sausage gets made, being processed with the doppelganger coming into full form before me. Haunting, have I been daunted? All it's given is chase, the accumulation of all nightmares wrapped in one. Contemplating down the barrel of a gun, looking back at yourself, who you really are, just the two of you, left standing there alone, staring into a mirror, ready to do battle. Is the darkness what protects us all along? On my path to unveil it all, where did I go wrong? Long gone in the odyssey to be the savior, I've become the destroyer at once. On the path to power, I lost it all, like a vampire locked in a tower. Paid my own way, but still I followed the path I'm set on. The road to hell paved with good intentions by another useful idiot. Locked eyes like a Gemini as we both rise to this monumental occasion. It's just me and you now. Existence first, the darkness has caged him. I'm still a force to reckon. You get all your recon, still must be low on intelligence. If you want a showdown with big time, the flower of life in full bloom, aside the shadow cast against this eclipse of this confrontation, the light only casts it further. The tensions increase exponential, the buildup becomes a Death Star, a planet in its own right. The faintest hesitation exposes its intent. The fake attempts show how it might react, extend and retract. Don't jump in and get consumed by something you didn't see coming, and it's something you don't understand fully. Oh, when we're just getting started, let's see who can land the first big counter. A close encounter of two one-of-a-kinds, smashed together perfect parallels and permanent escalation. Movements and perilous radicalization, extreme views taken, picking up patterns and duplicating them, reprinting and improving upon the unspoken communication of untold micro-calculations, keeping up and never catching on, the computational endeavor of trying to predict the next one coming, failing at every turn. It's got a leg up, always one step ahead of the learning curve. Chaos and madness all in order, this one's just got my number. The cascading calculations, contrived and conjected, inconsistent complexities yielding quantifiable outcomes. Compound derivatives provide an excellent foil to a perfect match. I can't strike anywhere, ever capable of everything I can and beyond. Everything I show and seen before, got all big-headed just to find that I'm old hat. Can't wrap my head around them anymore. Make way, give chase, scaling the building blocks fade out beneath the palatable, exceeding the tangible, down to the last 1 and 0, one after the other like dominoes. What dominism darting around inside an endless, everlasting, self-perpetuating music visualizer, reflecting the inner workings inside ourselves like Russian dolls, falling deeper and deeper down, rising up higher and higher until we're off limits, nowhere to be found. Don't get cold foot in hot pursuit, we're about to catch on to it. Seize the moment, offset, get upstaged by the main event. Category 5 Hurricane versus F5 Tornado. Dogging it out in close range now, two mass bodies side swiping like Andromeda in the Milky Way galaxy. On a scale that makes celestial activity like that seem as if it's just two particles in an accelerator being smashed into a billion pieces, the macro into the micro and back around again. Only my force of will can act upon an opponent like this. Two singularities at once, like two black holes latched onto each other in the fissure between the seams where it rips apart, falling through the cracks once more, descending down an ocean of lost souls into a pocket eternity, afloat in some real wishy-washy woo-woo, raided catacombs of the fallen gods, approaching ever closer to the base reality. In contention with this carbon copy, tracing outline on this duplicate, pasted on its facsimile, trying to get a beat on a dead ringer, jumbling in disarray, going belly up, falling headlong in a nosedive, traversing athwart at multiples of speed of light, forsaking geometry along two sides of a helix, lacing the track around DNA, rotating in orbit like binary stars going supernova, like protons and neutrons smashed together, going nuclear in the nucleus like the fusion of one split atom being glued back together, break out into an outbreak at the point of its departure, bypass into any manner through the ancestral bottom layer of time, exaggerated along the hyperbolic plane, still trying with all my might to land a punch. It's like I'm fighting a dream. Slap hit the baseline in the first dimension, the ubiquitous template it all stems from, yin versus yang, only move left to make on a chessboard, it all led here, stirring up a hypnotic false swirl, twisted chords spiraling, distorted my collusions dissolve within gray static, exploded up, drowning out, all in about, like someone pulled a plug, feeling drained, it all went down, there's no getting it out, with so much at stake, there was no other choice to make, it had to be done. Exit stage left into a dusty old control room, full of faces like a clockmaker studio. Pull back the emerald curtain, see myself as an elderly man, the old me at the control console. Finally wrap my hands around and strangle him to death. Telescopes and microscope lenses abound in a small booth, gazing square my eyes upon his crystal ball. Open up to the real world, enter into my eyelids and poof, reborn as an infant. Before I had all the answers, I wake up back at square one, foggy in head, eyes blurred, scared, frail and alone, with no way to return, only the slightest hint of deja vu at every turn. Lost all I have learned, robbed of all I have earned, it's gone.